Hey, I'm Paul Hernandez, and our boys varsity volleyball team faced off their rivals Pennsbury in this epic 5-set game match. Both teams played incredibly and worked their hearts out. Our Owls had the Falcons in the first two games, but the Falcons reverse swept it in the last three. The game was close all throughout, and both teams showed why high school volleyball should be taken seriously even at the highest levels. And remember that tonight is the team's senior night, so make sure to pop out for our Owls for their big game tonight here at 7 p.m. So Falcons have the lead, but that's going to be short-lived with an immediate point by the Owls. Veer is going to center it right for Love, who's going to just bomb it straight into Pennsbury territory. Clearly, they were not aware of that one. Falcons are going to try and answer with a point of their own, but Jack just isn't planning on letting that happen and blocks the ball. We're going to see incredible defense and offense on both sides of the court tonight on this game. Score is now 4-4, and Falcons have a ball. Veer sets it up for Dev, who spikes the ball straight down. Clearly, again, the Falcons are just not ready for Veer. Pennsbury on the attack, but Bensalem just not letting this one go and blocks yet another one of Pennsbury's balls. This team is incredible, and we're going to show you just why. But this Bensalem team is not invincible, and Pennsbury sends it straight to Jahan, who tries to keep it alive, but just couldn't. Great effort, though. Pennsbury with the fake and sends it to another Falcon, who launches the ball straight at Rowe, but deflects the ball a little too far to keep it alive. Falcons with a serve sends it to Dev, who sends it to Veer, setting it up for Jack, who bombs the ball straight at Pennsbury. There's just nothing that can be done about that one. Pay close attention tonight at Jack, because he's just going to be doing that all night long, just bombs after bombs. This kid's got a cannon for an arm. He's getting close to the end of the first game. It's Pennsbury's ball right now, and they hit it straight at Dev. Veer with the center for Bruce, who just nudged the ball into Pennsbury territory. And for the first game score 25-20. Start of the second game is going to start for a point for Pennsbury. Saved by Rowe, launches the ball to Veer, who centers it for Jack, spikes it straight into Pennsbury wall. But Jack just isn't going to let that happen and shoots the ball straight back at Pennsbury. No one's there to stop that. Now here we're going to watch why this team is just so good. Their refusal to give up is what makes them so good. Rowe saves the ball and sends it to Veer, who hands it to Jack, who gives it right back to Bensalem. But Rowe isn't letting it touch the ground, sends it to Veer again, who handed it back to Pennsbury, who blasted the ball straight back to Jack, who passes it to Veer again. Center for Bruce, I'm losing my breath. Center it for another Falcon and just gets out for a foul. On the point goes to Bensalem. That's the kind of gameplay that you can expect from this team. They don't give up no matter what. Now the score is 22-14. Pretty one-sided for our Owls. Pennsbury is going to hit the ball straight at Love. Veer's there for the recovery and send it to Han. Now, Pennsbury with the bomb. They're going to bomb it right at Bensalem. It manages to slip between them. Luckily, they think quickly on their feet and send it back to Pennsbury. Unaware, but Rowe is a monster and isn't letting this one get away. Pennsbury again with the ball, and Rowe saves it again despite what they may try to do. And it's going to be a point for Pennsbury, but an amazing work on our Owls on their dedication again and again. Show of this team's refusal to let go, really showing just how far they've come all season. Scores 24-15. Here the Owls are just going to end it simple and sweet. Great work on the second game. Let's move on to the third. Start of the third is going to start with the lead for Bensalem. What a great way to start the third game so far. Veer with the center to Jack, going for the bomb straight at Pennsbury, but despite what everybody thinks, the play is still alive. Pennsbury sends it to Jahan, who hands it to Veer again the time. Bensalem with the ball, and Jack's just going to smack it in, but Pennsbury's ready for him, and they're going to launch it straight back, who spikes the ball at Dev. He's just not ready for that one. Bensalem attempts to block this Pennsbury offense, but it sneaks past him. Luckily, Rowe is there to keep the ball alive. Veer centers it for Jack, who guides the ball into Pennsbury. Just wasn't expecting that. Something that this team really is great at is aggressive, unexpected ways. Now, something I have been saying is that someone needs to get Jack off the court. He's going to hurt someone with this cannon for an arm. Pennsbury just tries to keep it alive, but there's no way of stopping that one. Now, Pennsbury with the ball, and they're going to send it to Truman, I guess. I'm not really sure where they were going with that one, but whatever gets points at the boards, I suppose. Except for this time, Bensalem is going to be ready for this play by Pennsbury, and they're going to send it straight at Bensalem. There's nothing that can be done about that one. Yet another point for Pennsbury. Looks like we might have some collateral damage on the court. Rowe ready for Pennsbury's serve. Veer and Bensalem with the fake, sending it to Pennsbury, but there's just not ready for that. Rowe with the center, but nobody's there to finish it. And the third game ends for Pennsbury. Start of the fourth. Pennsbury with the serve. They're going to send it straight out of bounds, which is a point for Bensalem. Pennsbury sends it to Rowe, who hands it to Veer for the center for Bruce, who tries to sneak it past Pennsbury, but they're not going to let that happen because they got a wall up there right now. Veer with the center to Dev, who is either sends it to a Falcon who bounces it out or hits it out himself. It's unclear which is true. Clearly, the Pennsbury coach doesn't agree with the call made. Regardless, the score is 14-15. Pennsbury's going to try and make it in here, but Bensalem has a wall built up, and they got it up fast, sending it right back to Pennsbury. Start of the fifth game. It's going to start for a point for Bensalem here. But this roll doesn't stop, because they're going to get yet another point for Bensalem. Strong lead in the fifth game. Pennsbury saves the ball, sending it to Bensalem. Rowe hands it off to Veer, who sends it for Jack, and Jack just bombs the ball, but this time is out of bounds. A little bit of anger there. Pennsbury serve, and Rowe sends it to Veer again, who puts it up for Bruce, but blows it right out of bounds as well. Yet another free point for the Falcons. Clearly our Owls are beginning to lose their nerves a little bit. Pennsbury just going to sneak it past Johan. Rowe tries to save it, but they're just not fast enough to keep it alive right now. And our Owls are starting to really let go of their footing. Serves from Pennsbury straight to Dev, who hands it to Jack, but there's just nothing that can be done about that one. The ball slips right past him. Johan centers it for Veer, who puts it up, but sadly no one's there to keep the ball alive. Great block by Bruce, who puts it up for Veer by sending it to Jahan, who spikes the ball straight at Pennsbury. There's just nothing that can be done about that one. Game's still on the line, so the fight is not over yet. But this game is close. Veer with a serve, and he's just going to send it right past Pennsbury. Pennsbury point, that's going to end the game for them.